Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Armoured to the Core. And welcome to a very sad sight indeed. Welcome to the final resting place of the Wurge. Yes, this is the corpse of the Wurge. I was commenting on this at the end of, through most of the last video, that I'm too deep really to really survive too well. And between recording sessions, it proved to be far too prophetic for my taste, really. So I'm just flying around here gathering what's left of my materials and things. Because the Wurge is very much El Deadzo. My poor Wurge. So, what is the story of the Wurge's demise? And yeah, mission failed, thank you. I actually did find one of the missions for getting an artifact as I was just blundering around, but I didn't actually manage to go anywhere with it, and so as you saw, it just failed. But yeah, the Wurge. Its armour was just too thin, basically, and the enemies around here are too powerful. So, literally moments ago, because I started the recording as soon as I realised what had happened, I was happily mining some neonite here, and starting to prepare to move because alien ships, as you can see all around me, were starting to close in. And then I realised, oh no, there is actually a pirate spawn going on. But I didn't realise in time. So, yeah, I was starting to get ready, I was calling back my fighters, I was starting to move to avoid the alien ships, and then suddenly I got smacked in the back by massive amounts of cannons and lightning guns and chain gun fire. My health bar went from 2/3 to 0 in a couple of volleys. It was just splat, basically. And the Wurge was torn to shreds. There's no other way of putting it. And this soul pilot is the only one that survived the massacre. Because for some reason, whatever reason, I have actually spawned in... Well, when it kicked me out of the Wurge, I actually appeared in one of my mining fighters. So I've got this little mining fighter right here. And it's now my primary ship, somehow. Not that it really does me much good. I don't have any capital ships or anything in this area. So, you know, no main ship. I can't salvage the Wurge because it's I can't mount a salvage turret, and as soon as I do, the aliens will just open up on my salvage craft again, so they'll kill me outright. So ready for them. And there's no friendly sectors nearby, I don't think, where I can actually go and get such crew anyway. No, that is the nearest, and apparently this fighter doesn't have FTL capability. Imagine that. So, yeah. That fighter is just... now it's just wandering off. And suddenly... whoop, suddenly everything's hostile again. Oh dear. Why did that happen? Is it because it thinks I launched a fighter? What the... what the... oh. Oh, I see. As soon as I released the fighter, it went back to... yeah! What it was doing before. Oh, no wonder I died so fast. That was a railgun volley. Jeez. Why is my own fighter trying to kill me with its mining laser? I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely trying to hit me with that thing. What? I mean seriously, what the heck is going on? I don't even know anymore. But yeah, Wurge is dead. The old girl gave it a really good try, but in the end, there we go, and... wow. I just got killed by my own drone. Go me. This has been a very eventful couple of videos, actually. Last video I accidentally broke into the core because I found a bug. And this video, the Wurge died. Its final resting place is all the way down here. It was that one, I believe. No, it's that one. Yeah, it's that one because that's where the Zotan is. Let's add a... add a note. Final resting place of the... final resting place of the Wurge. Sleep well, Wurge. You carried me to the brink of the galactic core, but in the end, you were just far, far too outmatched, and you got evaporated, basically. So yeah, here I am back in my starting sector. It's not all bad news. I've lost the ship, I've lost the crew, and as a further piece of news, I forgot to insure it, as it turns out, so I didn't actually get any money back for that. So, yay. So I didn't get any compensation for my sudden loss there. There is some good news, though. I still have 729,000, well, 728,000. Actually, it's probably 730,000 credits to my name, so I've got plenty of money. And I have a metric butt-ton of resources available. I also managed to salvage, as you saw there, while I was in that fighter before it decided to turn traitor and kill me with its mining beam. I salvaged all of the guns that dropped and what modules dropped from my ship, so I shouldn't really be missing too much in terms of that stuff. Let's check. Yeah, I've got... I want to see the materials, please. I've got some guns, I've got Zanian salvagers, Zanian miners, I've got the Zanian repair turret. By the way, I was hoping I could target myself with that, turns out I can't, so that's useless as a self-repair thing. And my modules all here as well, so it seems when a player ship dies it auto-ejects all modules and items equipped, so... yeah, I'm not really seeing anything missing here. So that's good. I've got all of my gear, as it turns out. And the ship itself, I'm sorry to talk down to the Wurge in this manner, but the Wurge itself, it was not exactly a irreplaceable loss, not in its state before its demise. It was almost entirely composed of titanium. And titanium I can get easy access to at this point. The only hard part is the trinium that was in the design, in the form of the engines, and, well, if you've looked at the resource counter top left, that's the other shiny side to this cloud. I have 170,000 Zanian and 10,000 Ogonite. Because during my wanderings and searching for any sign of friendly life, I actually came across a wreck, one of those super wrecks, and it gave me an absolute load of Zanian because its exposed shield and generator cores and things were made of Zanian. I also managed to get a little bit of Ogonite from it before I was forced to withdraw by a alien attack, as it turns out there as well. But I actually have plenty of material with which to lay a foundation and start again. So, that's me wandering around and rambling. It is time to start. I need to pick a station to stop nearby. Let's go ahead and... actually, let's check. Let's do the smart thing and check for crew. Oh, I can't because I'm not in... of course. Nearest one it is then. Let's fly over here. It's time to found a new ship. And yes, that means the series is continuing. I never said anything about ending the series if my ship died, and essentially because I'm back in the home system, this ship has to make the trip as well. So it's all good, right? I guess, maybe? Sort of. Oh, I'm not happy I lost the Wurge though. But I think I've come up with a good name for the replacement. this new ship shall be. The Wurge Osiris. Let's put a D in there. The Wurge Osiris. Nah, that's a bit weird. Just Wurge Osiris. Now, why is that? Because I liked the Wurge. I loved how its name just came out of nowhere, and it was a solid ship. It was a solid design, and it was my first major experiment in building a solid armor-based craft. So that went really, really well, as far as I'm concerned. Let's just get back in here. So I liked the Wurge. I want the Wurge, and then I started thinking, how can I apply this to what's happened? Like, this thing is being reborn, kind of thing. Let's start building in scale step 2. Actually, local grid, x-axis, yes. So yeah, how could I apply this to what was going on and what happened? Well, the answer was quite simply that I could not. Grid size 0.25, scale step down to 5, because I want something that's half that size. Is that half of it? That is half of it. Okay. So yeah, the Osiris. I wanted something because my ship is essentially the god of this game, basically. So something relevant to that. And then it's the whole death and returning from death situation going on as well. So okay, let's scale step up to 2. I've miscalculated slightly. Wait, no I haven't. Yep. Yes, I have. I'm sorry, I'm trying to position this darn thing. I don't mind spending money. I've got plenty of money, I've got plenty of materials. So, yeah. The Wurge Osiris. Osiris, Egyptian god, commonly known as god of death, god of the underworld, and things like that. But more literally, Osiris is actually... what was it? Osiris is a god of transition, a god of resurrection, a god of regeneration. That is more accurately what Osiris represents. So this is the Wurge Osiris. And I think it is a fitting name. And it continues the name of the Wurge. Block middle, like that. Yep, okay, that's going to be my core block there. Good. Actually, let's delete that for a second. I will make up my mind, don't worry. 4, 5, 6. Sure, let's do it like that. Okay, that is my core block right there. Just remove those blocks I was using for placing. Because the Wurge Osiris, I'm going to start off as I mean to continue. So I am going to build this thing from the ground up for the later stages of the game. And let's see, can I build the core out of Oglanite armor? Yes, it's going to be extremely heavy, but I've got 10,000 Oglanites. So it's worth a try. I can. That core block is very nasty, and it gives me an absolute metric butt ton of hit points. So yes, I'm going to get started forging the Wurge Osiris, and we will continue from here. Time to get my build on. If I must be quite honest, I am truly shocked that the thing that didn't kill the Wurge was the asteroids. You know, all these mean little blighters around here that are just causing so much trouble for any honest spacefarer like myself who wanders around in search of fame and fortune. The Wurge had so many close calls with rocks. It's just a shame that a pincer between pirates and aliens is what actually brought the ship down. And I'm still not very happy about that. I just thought I'd mention it. And also, it's time to eat the entire crew roster of another station. Because I need more people. The ship has barely started, and it is already a big one. Yeah, I know. The Osiris looks awful compared to the sweeping lines of its predecessor, the Wurge. I'm doing my best, okay. I'm trying to get this craft started, but that's the problem. I'm trying to get this craft started. So it takes a bit of effort, and I've blown through a load of funds and materials already. And actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sell some bits and pieces to raise some further funds, because the 700,000 I had to start with just didn't last very long at all. So what can I do? I don't need the repair turret actually, so I'll just sell that. What else do I need? I've got a bunch of rarer materials, but I don't want to really flog them unless I have to. That's the problem. I want to keep things. It's kind of frustrating. Oh well, at least I'm already more than strong enough to be a scourge of this particular sector, if that's what I want to be doing. Let's flog those battery upgrades there. Let's flog the engine upgrades. I don't exactly need them right now. At all. Like, seriously, I don't need them. I also found this thing while I was out there. A Zotan... I know last episode I was calling them Zaunian, but Zotan technology fragment. That's something new in the beta, I think, and I have no idea what it is. Like, at all. So, what will it give me? Will it give me a new hedge trimmer? Will it give me a shiny light bulb? I have no idea. Maybe there's something to do with that, maybe not, but that's something to work out later. Just continue to sell stuff right now. Sell those engine upgrades, yep. So, okay, that's all stuff I plan to process. Yep, okay, right. 184,000. I need to sell something shiny. Let's sell this double bolter. That chain gun is actually a fairly powerful one. Sell that one, I guess, and that one. Those lightning turrets, accuracy 65. The thing is, I don't really like lightning turrets at all, so I'll sell them, and that's actually a fair contribution to my war chest, so excellent. Okay. Flogged some stuff. All that's left now is to suck this place dry of crew, so hire them all. Gimme. And as you can see, that was not enough. The Wurge hungers for more people. Also, it seems to have bugged out slightly on the lieutenant section. I'm not entirely sure why it's done that, but that's a bug. I don't actually have that many around, so yeah. I could do with some more sergeants, though. And lastly, just suck it dry. So there we go. The Wurge Osiris has eaten all of the available crew in the home system. They have all been consumed to feed its insatiable hunger, and it wants more. It wants much, much more. Yeah. I've barely started and this thing is already so demanding for crew. Time to fly onwards and deeper into this. I've just pumped all that into... Actually... Let's shunt my untrained guys into repair so I stop taking damage. That would be nice. Let's do that. And then it's off to strip another system. So yeah. The Osiris is the scourge of the galaxy from the looks of things right now. Well, this is disappointing. I was slightly forewarned about this from Lathrix's playthrough, but... yeah, apparently I am now too big to use the jump gates. Manual jumping it will be. Oh well. I needed to get that sorted out anyway. Well, this beast is not going to be winning any beauty contest, is it? Nope. Not for quite a while, but the Word Osiris is now adequately equipped to deal with any kind of rough housing in this general sector of space, even if it doesn't really look it. Now, what I've done is I have applied massive external plating to the outer layers of my ship, formed out of the toughest readily available material I've got, which is Zaunian hull, and they now cover, well, practically everywhere, really. So the entire outer hull of this craft is now Zaunian hull, though it is actually an incredibly thin layer, so it's not really affected manoeuvring very much, and manoeuvring is still playing catch-up because I am still hunting down and devouring the crew of every station I come across, and I'm still quite behind in terms of my crews, so yeah. On the good news though, I have actually got decent repair back now, so my craft is no longer falling apart around my ears, which is quite nice. Okay, that's the 130, yep. I'll hire all the sergeants. Yep, those last me for a little bit. And then I'll throw the rest into this, because as I push up the engineers, this craft is only operating at about 55% efficiency. Actually, it's probably a little bit more than that, but it's still really, really bad efficiency. But despite that, and the fact it doesn't have any power storage whatsoever, it's actually moving around pretty nicely for how big it is. It's still a really big ship, and it's still going places, so yeah. The Word Osiris is a kind of dangerous craft. But it still needs more sacrifices. I mean, people, crew members. Yeah. So, it's onwards into the darkness again to try and find more stuff. Especially since the craft still needs to get larger and more powerful still. Maybe I should actually try and save some civilians or something. I've not actually done that in this campaign yet. But nobody needs saving right now, sadly. I say that the Zaunian hull is good enough because even the lightest piece of the Zaunian hull on this, which is incredibly thin, has like a couple of hundred hit points, so the weapons available around here can't really chew through it all that quickly. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I am returning to an equipment dock. More specifically, the equipment dock down here in the titanium zone when I was all the way out here. But I need to dock here because I need to see if they've got stuff that I can use. Because I lost... well, I never actually found any decent higher grade stuff, so I am in need of equipment pretty badly, to be quite honest with you. Let's see, the salvaging turret? Sure. Okay. Wow, I just bought an iron salvaging turret. I am on hard times indeed, it seems. Any upgrades I'm after? No, not really. That scan upgrade is quite nice. But it's not the one I want. Ooh, object detectors, I'll buy those. And that turret control. So yeah, I'll grab those while I'm here. And then... this is the first station, if I recall correctly, that I saw fighters at as well. And last time I could not do anything about it. But that said, this time though, this time I can do something about it. Now let's see, where's my Zaunium stuff? Zaunium Hangar Bay. Yep, I can install a hangar bay, and I'm going to install it in the heart of my craft. So kind of like this. Of course, because I'm short on funds, I have to watch the size of it. That can hold 4,710 fighters. Sure, that'll do for now. You notice, however, that there is no exit points for that particular hangar bay. And that is also on purpose. Because you remember what I did a while back with small hangar bays. Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Let's see, yeah, drop it to 1, I think was the smallest I could get away with. Actually, let's set the scale to 1.5. No, let's set it to 1. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Can I match it onto here? I think I can. Each of these, though, will only have 5 hit points. I must point that out. So they do not have very much by way of durability. Now let's turn on my mirroring like this, because I want some fighter bays on both sides of the ship. Five, 1, 1.52. You know what, I might as well just work in step 2, to be quite honest with you. Yep, there we go. Actually, I don't need to do this in Zanium at all, do I? Hang on, let's check this out. Trinium, I think, is the earliest you can get a fighter bay, isn't it? Yeah, and I don't have really much by way of Trinium. Costs 360 per. Ooh, I can't do that actually. I do need to do it by Zaunian, so let's do it like this. So there we go. A rank of 6 on each side of my craft in terms of fighter bays. Then if I go back and grab the hull, which I'll then layer like that, so it's actually got some thickness to it. Yep, that'll do fine. Now, this is how I worked out this really thin armour, by the way. I got a scale which was much more useful, and then to finally place it, I got that and set the scale step way down. Then I selected the face I wanted it to be thinner on and went like that. And there we go, I have a really thin sheet of armour here which will have 98 hit points. That's not enough for me to be satisfied, so let's give that... Yeah, that's a bit thicker there. 584 each. Remember, this is split between the two sides, so that's 200 and... about 270 hit points for each piece, so that'll do. So I put that there, and then I've got this nice little fighter rack just tucked away in the sides of my ship right there. So that is just fine and dandy. Then I just need to get this thing a good width again. Got to bear in mind that it's got to have enough hit points to survive some hits, so I can't make it too weak. And so I might as well take advantage because it's so thin and overlap it a little bit. $100 hit points each. Sure. Let's do that. 100 hit points each on those. Oh, actually I can do that slightly better. It's because I'm working 0.5, trying to build it on another structure. That's always a bit fiddly to do. But yeah, that is slightly better. Okay, and then I just need to layer it on the bottom as well, like that. And there we go, I've got a rank of recessed fighter bays built into the side of my ship right back there. And again, this is only excusable because I am in such an early zone, and because this is all temporary armouring, temporary hull. It's just to keep the craft going basically in its current location. So yeah. Also, I really should, if I'm going to add fighters and things, I really should just buy the ships, shouldn't I? So new squad. There we go. I also, among the people that I assimilated into this craft, I have enough pilots to get a single wing out. Efficiency 15, sure. Actually, what's the manoeuvring speeds and stuff? Barely any difference. So yeah, that's slightly more damage. That one is more efficient though. I'm mostly going to buy these ones. Oh, damn it. Okay, sell some bolters. I don't really like bolters that much. So flog my bolters in return for supporting fighters. That sounds like a good deal to me. Problem is that fighters are actually pretty expensive for what you get, so, you know, that causes a few problems. Well, I figured I might as well. This has all been a nasty little episode. I've lost my main ship. I've been rebuilding my main ship. I figure I might as well do something helpful here and take out the pirates. I've got my little laser here, which I can just go zap with. So I've got a pair of lasers on the front. Or I've got some turrets on here, which I can just do this. Yep, I have auto-firing missile launchers installed for the first time ever. And they are missing horribly. I wish they were heat seekers, but they aren't. They are dumbfires, so yeah. Take what you can get, really. And that's all I've got, so that's it. But the craft in this area is so darn weak, it doesn't really matter. The Wurge Osiris has finally got some teeth. And they've all overheated, so yeah. I'll just zap it. Bang. And there we go. Easy as pie. And ow, I just kicked something under the table. Ow, 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 ow! I am not happy. Ow! My feet are still injured. Ow. Oh well. Thank you for your welcome to reward and... Ow, my toes. Ow. That seriously stings. Oh. Oh well. And the last thing I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to test the launch bays and make sure all my fighters can actually launch and do stuff. So, yeah. Whoops. Stupid rock. Okay, let's go ahead and eat that asteroid then if my fighters will play ball. Fighters, I command you to appear. What? Don't have enough pilots? Well, they have all just wandered off over there, so they have launched. That's fine. Don't have enough pilots though? What's going on? I must have miscounted. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm missing a pilot, apparently. How strange, I thought I had 12. Come back, guys. Come on in. I want to make sure that these side fighter bays haven't been obscured too much. Yeah, as you can see, they're just arcing in there and going to the side. There seems to be a slight clipping issue because of the armor plating being so close, though. So I should space that out a little bit more, but for the most part, they are docking just fine. They only use the ones on that side, though, not the ones on the other side, which is a bit strange. Still, they're all in. Okay, how many pilots do I actually have? 11 out of 12? What? That's strange, because I've got... Oh, I actually only have 11 pilots. Huh. Okay, sure. That's fine. Feed, my pretties. Feed! And yeah, they all launched out of that side again. And some appeared in the nose of the craft, so yeah. I think I have worked those a bit too much. They need to be a little bit more exposed to work properly, but yeah. I can launch and retrieve fighters, so that's all good. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. I think this is about 35-minute mark. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. I hope you enjoyed the show there and can forgive me for what happened to the Wurge. And I'll catch you all some other time as I continue to build up the Osiris, and I think this time I'm going to try and grab the artifacts as I go instead of wandering so far and then coming back. So yeah, we'll see how that works out for me. Yeah, catch you all some other time. Fear my fighters. Fear them. I command it.